I know it's nearly March, but I really wanted to do the January Japan reading challenge because I've read a lot of books by Japanese authors. And so I want to share my thoughts on A Quiet Place by Saicho Matsumoto. This is an old classic that was first published in 1975 and then was translated to English in 2016. But it has gained traction in the last couple of years and it has popped up on a lot of reviews by booktubers and book talkers. I, however, needed only one line to convince me to read this book. The story starts with the main character, Asae Tsuneo, forgive my pronunciation, who receives a phone call at work from his sister in law informing of his wife's demise. He's shocked, but he manages to leave an important meeting without creating a scene. This is very important as it reveals to the reader a very critical characteristic of the main character. He is diligent at work, almost to a fault. We find out that his wife died of a heart attack and she was at a cosmetic shop at that time. So after his wife's funeral, Asai goes to thank the shop owner as she was with his wife in her last moments. What he observes at the shop deeply unnerves him, and from here starts his quest, or rather obsession, to find out what really happened to his wife. This is a slow burn crime fiction where the readers investigate with the main character. And even though I love my fast paced thrillers, this is my kind of crime fiction. This book is not just a murder mystery, it's a commentary on what obsession can do to you and how it can lead to a mental breakdown. Another thing to mark is that this book was published in 1975 when the workforce was made up of boomers and Gen X. And for them, their work pretty much defined them, especially for the middle class because their work defined their status in society, and people from those generations almost dedicated their entire lives to their jobs. This book highlights that part of the society and makes you wonder how life was at that time. It makes you wonder about work life balance and if it was even existent at that time. The story ends on a very abrupt note, and I saw online that a lot of people were disappointed by the ending. It didn't bother me as much because I like open ended or abrupt endings as long as there are no loose ends in the story. And there were no loose ends in the story. However, I must admit that the story does end very abruptly. So, if you're a crime fiction lover and you like slow burn novels, then this book is for you. And I would love to know if you have any similar recommendations for me. Until next time, bye.